15 maut dalam kemalangan tragis membabi.
Satu kemalangan melibatkan sebuah bas.
17 orang pelajar Universiti Pendidikan Sultan Idris Upsi cedera.
Dengan meronta-ronta macam tolong apa semua, tapi memang saya tak boleh lakukan.
On the early morning of June 9, 2025, Malaysia was struck by a heartbreaking tragedy. A private chartered bus carrying a student from Universiti Pendidikan Sultan Idris Upsi was involved in a deadly accident on the East-West Highway near Tasik Banding Gerik, Perak. The crash resulted in the death of 15 Upsi students while others sustained serious injuries. The nation mourned as photos and videos of the wreckage spread across social media, revealing the horrific scale of the disaster. This incident not only devastated family and the university community but also sparked widespread concern about road safety, particularly for long-distance chartered transport often used by students during festive season. On the night of June 8, 2025, a group of Upsi students began their journey home to Tanjung Malim after spending the Hari Raya Aidil-Adha holidays in Jertih, Terengganu. The students were travelling aboard a chartered express bus operated by Syarikat Kenari Utara, a transport company based in Kedah. This was not a university-owned vehicle but a private bus arranged for student convenience, a common practice during peak travel season. The bus departed Jertih at approximately 9 p.m. carrying 42 students and a driver. Their journey looked them across the East-West Highway, a long and windy route passing through hilly and forested terrain including the area around Tasik Banding, Perak. At around 1 a.m. while descending a steep section of the highway near Tasik Banding, the bus reportedly collided with a Produa Alza. According to early report, the bus may have been attempting to overtake the small vehicles when the collision occurred. The combination of darkness, road condition and possibly high speed contribute to the severity of the crash. The collision caused the bus to crash violently, throwing passengers from their seat and crushing parts of the cabin. Rescue operations were immediately launched involving teams from the fire and rescue department, police and medical personnel.
Now, I will explain about the tragic chronology of the Upsi bus accident that occurred on the East-West Highway, Jalan Raya Timur Barat, JRTB, near KM53 between Gerik and Jeli. The accident happened in the early hours while the bus was travelling from Jeli, Kelantan to the Universiti Pendidikan Sultan Idris campus in Tanjung Malim. The bus was carrying a total of 44 people, including students. According to dashcam footage, the accident began when the bus attempted to overtake a vehicle while navigating a curve. Unfortunately, during the maneuver, the bus lost control, veering off and overturned. At that time, a Produa Alza was also travelling ahead the bus in the same lane. The bus collided with the rear of the Alza, causing the Alza to veer into the opposite lane. The bus then crashed into the roadside barrier and overturned violently near the KM53 marker. This tragic accident claimed the life of 15 Upsi students. 13 were declared dead at the scene, while 2 more passed away in the hospital. 27 others were injured, including 23 women and 4 men. The bus driver and the conductor was also injured and is being investigated. Meanwhile, the Alza, which was carrying a family of 4, a husband, wife and 2 children, also crashed and ended up on the opposite side of the road. They sustained injuries and were treated at Hospital Bali.
MTA donates 15,000 to support Upsi students and family affected by Gerik bus accident. Over 115 people, include ministry, university official and public figures, attend a majlis tahlil perdana on June 16 to pray for the victims. Here's an inspiring move by the Malaysian Takaful Association MTA and made a generous donation of 15,000 to the Higher Education Ministry Capiti Prihatin Fund. This support is specifically aimed at helping the families and students from Upsi. This tragic impact by tragic bus accident in Gerik. It represents 10% of the total 1.7 million collected so far, according to MTA CEO Muhammad Razwan Muhammad. Since other Takaful business contribute to the fund together, MTA donation demonstrate the industry's strong sense of solidarity and compensation. This collaborative effort, the industry commitment to social responsibility and supporting communities during emergency.
As of now, the exact cause of the Upsi bus crash is still under investigation. However, there are a few possible reasons being looked into. These include brake problems, the bus going too fast, and unsafe road conditions. It was reported that the bus hit a Pro 2 Alza before it lost control and turned over. The police also found that the bus had 21 traffic summons and the driver had 18 summons, with 13 of them for speeding. This shows that there might be a problem with how drivers are checked or monitored. After the crash, the government started a special team to study the case. This team includes the police, JPJ, Uspacom, Myros, and JKR. The goal is to make sure something like this does not happen again. The government is also thinking of making the rules for bus safety and inspection even stronger.
The Upsi bus crash was a heartbreaking tragedy, but from it, we can learn important lessons to prevent something like this from ever happening again. First, road safety is not a small matter. The bus driver had 18 traffic summonses and was still allowed to drive. This shows the need for strict enforcement of traffic laws, especially for public transport drivers. Second, the system failed. The bus had no proper permit and no GPS tracking. Companies like this should never be allowed to operate. Stronger checks and regulations are urgently needed. Third, technology can save lives. If there was GPS or a speed limiter, this accident might have been avoided. All buses should have safety tech and someone monitoring it. Fourth, cutting costs should never come before saving lives. Safety must always be the top priority. And finally, the quick response from rescue teams and the support from Upsi and the government was good. But real change comes from action, not just after a tragedy, but before it happens.
The tragic Upsi bus accident on the East-West Highway in the early hours of June 9, 2025 claimed the death of 15 young uni students who were on their journey to learn, grow and contribute to the future. Preliminary investigations point to human error and road condition, not mechanical failure as the likely causes. This is not just a statistic, it is a wake-up call. A call to every driver, transport operator, enforcement agency and policymaker. Road safety is not optional, it is a responsibility. The authorities have taken swift action. The driver has been arrested and charged with reckless driving, while further investigations into the bus operator and booking company are underway. But justice alone is not enough. We need reform, we need prevention. Let this not be the end. Let their memory be a reason for change, for better safety, for stronger responsibility. Now, we invite everyone watching to take a moment and recite Surah Al-Fatiha as a prayer for the souls of those who have passed. May they be granted peace and placed among the righteous. Let us remember the student we lost.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين